I'm standing at the entrance to the Drummond Hill Cemetery in Niagara Falls, Canada. It's one of the oldest cemeteries in all of Canada. In fact, it featured where once a bloody battle during the War of 1812, that is the Battle of Lundy Lane, took place. Lots of casualties of war, lots of soldiers killed. Now, to this very date, people report seeing ghosts, actually 3 ghosts that are partially limbless, walking through the cemetery at nights, and then also walking up Lundy's Hill.
The Battle of Lundy Lane was a huge battle, and what was happening during 1814 was that the Americans had taken Fort Erie, had started moving up the peninsula and starting dominating this area. The British had retreated back to Fort George and were sort of holding on strong as much as they could, but really both sides were going back and forth across the region in order to try and conquer this space. But what happened on July 25th of 1814 is that the Americans started another incursion into the northern area of the Niagara Peninsula. Started moving up from Fort Erie. We hear alarm bells were going quite early, and the British decided to take a stand at the highest point in Niagara Falls, right at the top of Lundy's Lane. And so the Americans came in. We understand that they came through the bushes and through the trees and started flanking and providing a front in front of the British. The British had cannons at the top of the hill and really held the position quite well. But the American forces were just too strong. They kept on sending waves and waves of people at them through what at the time was a cemetery, and it is still today. There was a small meeting house and there was a clearing that they were able to go. But we hear stories of them going over fences, split rail fences, through the dense tree bush, and coming out and finally overtaking the British. And so the British got pushed back off the mountain, off the hill, and the Americans spun the cannons around and started firing back at the British. And so the British kept on sending wave and wave after the Americans on the hill. Finally, when the morning came, the Americans had stretched themselves far too far. They were tired, they were weak, they were hungry, and they were thirsty. And so the Americans felt that they could not hold on to the top of Lundy's Lane anymore, decided to retreat back and reinforce themselves. The British then came back onto the battlefield, took their cannons back, and were prepared for the next battle.
I don't know why we were coming over here. I was noticing by some of the trees, some energies going around there.